Let's go over the new fall schedules from Nice Bus that have now. Let's see. So, if you see, they have the thing for the fares, and now it says that the new schedules aren't up there, but they are up there when I went to look the other day, last night. So, it says here, fall 2023 fixed route schedule will start September 3rd, and there will be some changes. All right, the N22X is back, and they say that the frequency is up to every 20 minutes. There's a new N20 Express. We are launching a new pilot service for the N20, so now passengers can enjoy a one-seat ride between Flushing and Roslyn Tower. Buses will follow Northern Boulevard and make limited stops, so it's like a limited route. N20X will not stop at the Great Neck LIRR station. So this is good. I'm glad they have they have a through route. However, I'd still like to see it come all the way from Hicksville. But whatever, it's still better than what they've got now, because a lot of the people travel between Roslyn and Flushing. Now they won't have to change buses. I think it's only weekday rush hours only. N21 midday service has been added. The N22 trips will now have all-day frequency improved to every 15 minutes between Mineola and Jamaica. So that's good, and they're on headway management, as you'll see when you look at the schedules. N22X trips will now operate only between Jamaica and Roosevelt Field. So the N22X was basically not carrying anyone between Hicksville. It basically ran express from Hicksville all the way to Roosevelt Field, which was a complete waste. So now the N22X will operate between Jamaica and Roosevelt Field only. For service to Hicksville, please take the N22 local. Again, it's confusing. I don't know what they need to do here, but it's still confusing that they have the 22 split. And I don't like the split, all right? Still don't like it. The same for the 24. I think it should still be one route like it is on the weekends. N27, we've improved frequency to every 30 minutes in both directions. I looked at the schedule and I didn't see that. But I'll look again. N25 and 58 peak frequencies have improved to 15 minutes. N72, this is the other big change. The N70 and N72 Saturday and Sunday service will be extended to Farmingdale State College. Notice how they misspelled state. This is what you get with Nice Bus. Farmingdale State College for better connection with the new Suffolk County Transit Network, and that's why there are going to be some changes. The N71 Saturday and Sunday service is going to run between Amityville, LIRR, and Farmingdale on weekends. So it's going to be changed, you'll see. And the N22 Express will continue to 7 days a week through October 1st. So here are some of the timetables, and we're going to go over some of these changes here. And the first one, obviously, is the N20. So let's take a look at that. And this new N20X service. So you'll see here, rush hours. It's going to run between, see rush hour. It's mainly rush hours from Roslyn, and it's going to skip. It's going to make limited stops and skip the Great Neck train station. So I won't have to do that detour and go straight through. All right. But you see, it's rush hours. But it is in both directions. So it will be in both directions. Rush hours only. All right. So here you go again. You see it in the evening as well. Rush hours only. All right. So that's a big improvement right there. I think that they made right there. I think it's actually a very big improvement to what they made at the service. However, I do see that they have taken away, I think, some trips from Hicksville. There was 6:05, and now after that it's 7:17 on a weekday, and this is going to Flushing. Because ridership's been down on this leg of the route. I know I took it and it didn't have that many people. So they have eliminated, it looks like there was another trip here, I think. The 21 of the 21. So you do have, and then you do have the 20G. No, you have the 21 here. So the 21 actually sees some improved frequency. You notice the 21 is now running middays. When it used to just run in the rush hour, the midday didn't have any service. So that's good that they've improved some service on the N21. However, it's a shame the college, and again, they just don't. I know I've been on there, and they just don't. Those routes. This is another example of how Nice Bus lost ridership. They lost ridership at all those colleges. So now the 20 just doesn't see the amount of people that it used to east of Roslyn. West of Roslyn, it carries more people, but east, it just doesn't, unfortunately. And that's the problem. And let's take a look at the weekend service and see if anything has changed on the weekends. I don't think so. It's mainly just the weekdays. So let's go to and the 21 still doesn't run on Sundays. So I see Saturday. Where's Sunday here? Or here's Sunday. So it kind of looks, it's crooked. Kind of just, Yeah, it kind of looks so. I know it's hard to read. You can see there's headway management on the N20G. Let's now go to the next major change that was announced, which is the 22 seeing more frequent service. So 22 is going to see more frequent service. Though, again, I still think that they need more service out of Roosevelt Field. That continues to be a problem because these extra trips are just going to run between Mineola and Jamaica. All right, weekend schedule's more or less unchanged, but let's go to the other change that they're making, and this is the other change. So you see all these times, you're like, oh, where did they go? Well, no, they're in headway management. So for much of the day, the N22 west of Mineola is going to be under headway management. So the western leg of the N22, see headway management right there every 15 minutes. So supposedly headway management. So again, you see here are the express trips. They start at Roosevelt Field instead now. So that's the change with the N22. Let's go to right. I'm not going to look at the 23 or 24 because they didn't look like they had any changes. 25 has more frequency, so they said that 25 has added frequency. And let's see if we got that in there. Let's see. Do I see added frequency? Yeah, I do see some added frequency here on the 25. So it's the 25, right? Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, I do see some added frequency in the rush hour. So in the rush hour, it's every 15 minutes. Evenings and weekends stay the same. Well, let's take a look at the other big change that they're doing, which is on the N70, N71, and N72. So this is the other big change that they're doing. The 71 is not going to run to Hempstead anymore on the weekends, and it's going to run between Amityville Rail and Farmingdale State College. And this is to connect up with the new, again, Suffolk County bus network that they're making changes with. So what's going to happen is all these trips here that you see are going to be N70 trips. All right, the N72 designation is not going to be there anymore. It's going to be N70 trips going to Farmingdale, so from Hempstead, and then so if somebody does want to go from the Hempstead Turnpike corridor to Sunrise Mall or Amityville or Farmingdale, they're going to have to transfer. All right, though I don't think that many people do, so that's why they're doing this. The N71 is going to be running in this other section here, so it'll run every hour in this section, roughly every hour between Amityville. So it's going to serve Amityville. I still think it's going to serve Sunrise Mall, following the existing route, and then it's going to serve Farmingdale State College to connect up with. And that's good because that way you have a route now from Amityville, though it kind of duplicates the S1 a little bit. So I'm kind of surprised that they run that at all, to be honest with you. But it will duplicate the S1 a little bit. But I guess whatever the case is, they're going to have these extra trips in here. Which is interesting because I think you might get more Suffolk County riders on there, being that it's going between Amityville and Farmingdale State College. So this is actually a new route idea that's going to have beginning and end points in Suffolk County, which is kind of interesting. And I'm surprised NICE is doing that. As far as the weekday goes, weekdays, and nothing changes with the 71. It's still the same schedule, 70, 71. And 72 designation, though. Again, I don't know why they have the N72 designation when it doesn't even go to Babylon anymore. You can see all buses will go to Farmingdale State College again to connect up with the new networks. This is some good news for again connecting up with the Suffolk County Transit Network. No changes on the 54. I already checked all these already. There's no real changes on any of these other routes. The 27, which is the other change they brought up. 27. There was some. That's the other thing that they didn't mention. There's a change in the 15 too that we have to talk about. So, so here's the N16 schedule. More or less the same. There's some minor timing changes to make them a little more even here. 27. Let's go to the 27. So they're saying they're running a service every half an hour, and yeah, it does seem like they've added some trips at certain times of the day to provide more frequent service. Coming back from, well, not really. I don't see it. Oh, I see it. Middays, you have more frequent service. So they've added some midday trips, but it's just a few select trips. I would rather see the N27 run on the weekends. I think that needs to return. It's a shame the N27. That's another route that Nice Bus destroyed. I mean, that used to carry a lot of people, and now it doesn't really get very busy at all anymore, and mainly because of the lack of weekend service. Let's go to that and the fact that you can't rely on Nice Bus to show up. So let's go to the last change here that I'm going to talk about in this video, and that's the N15, which has another change. So the runs that now serve the county seat are going to start at the Mineola Intermodal Center instead of Roosevelt Field. So you see this M designation, for instance, all right? So if we look at the evening, for instance, here, going to Long Beach, you see this M designation? They're going to start at Mineola Bus Terminal. So not Roosevelt Field, but they're going to stop at Mineola Bus Terminal and then stop along County Seat Drive. So this is going to help out the 4041. I think this is actually a good idea. And so you will actually have a route between Mineola and Rockville Center, a direct route, and Mineola and Long Beach as well. We will have a direct route without transferring, just for the rush hours only. But I think this is a good idea. That 4041 needs help, all right, and this will definitely help it along. Other than that, there are some schedules on the weekends that changed. The short turns at Hempstead are gone on the 15th, so all trips now serve Roosevelt Field. And they've kind of reduced the frequency a little bit. They used to have those extra trips that used to run. Now you're going to have basically half-hourly service on the 15 in the evenings, during the middle of the day. Sometimes it's every 20 minutes. But all the trips now serve Roosevelt Field. Because on the weekdays you still have those trips ending in Hempstead. But now all the trips do serve, do run the whole route basically. And there are no more of those short runs they used to have. Well, the 15 gets kind of crowded, so I'm a little kind of surprised they're doing that. Whatever the case is, they had some of those extra short. I think I think they maybe have added. They've basically added them over to Roosevelt Field. No change, not really any changes on a Sunday. It's just minor timing changes. Nothing really major that I see on these schedules. That's going to be it for this video. Again, we don't have the N6 to 4, the 4041 to look at, but those are the changes they brought up again, though they didn't bring up the 15, which is a big thing. But I think those are the changes they make. So there are some new changes that they did make. And, of course, when we have the new Suffolk County Transit bus schedules, I will look at those as well and do a video on that as well. So, and, of course, we do have the fare hike, of course, as you know. Which is now going up and affecting, though. I really wish they would have left the Go Mobile fare alone, because that could have encouraged people to use the Go Mobile. But they want to match the MTA, I guess, with everything. They don't have to, a Metro card they have to, obviously. But whatever the case is, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching.